So what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel once again. You know I appreciate having you here. Stick around for today's video. Today we're on a nice little ride. It's a beautiful day, sun's out, so I'm heading down the coast to West Beach Cafe down in Littlehampton. I'm on Beast, the little C125 Super Cub. But today I want to talk to you about bike problems, and this has been one of them, and all the rest as well. I love this bit of road. It's even good fun on a Super Cub. It was actually immense fun on a Super Cub. You could do it flat out without worrying about the police because you're still well within the speed limit. Well, just about. Better slow down, I'm catching the cars. Right, today's video is all about bike problems. I've got 4 bikes. I'm not showing off, I'm just saying I've got 4 bikes. 3 of them have got problems. Right, you've got an NX5, my friend. It's designed for these types of roads. Let's have some fun. You're not embarrassed, mate. I've got 8 brake horsepower, 8. 60 mile an hour road, 8 brake horsepower, 45 miles an hour. And I've got a brake. You've got much more grip than I have. Look at the acceleration. I'm full throttle. You probably just tapped the accelerator. Come on. I'm in a good mood today because the sun's shining and it's bloody warm, about 29 degrees they say today. So this is the first time and probably the only time this year I'll wear a vented jacket unless I'm abroad. I mean, come on. 8 brake horsepower. That's all I have. I can't overtake, I don't have the power, but I just want you to do the speed limit, please. Anyway, back to where we were. Bike problems. And yeah, I shall go through them in CC order. We shall go 125, 250 and then on to the 2500s. So we shall start with this one. There we go, we got a straight road, you can speed up. It's amazing how many people are quick in a straight line. Right, so let's start with this and the problems I've had with this. It wouldn't start. I went to start it the other day, completely flat. Again, I've already put a new battery on it. Granted, I don't use it a lot, but it was on a trickle charger, or so I thought. So I went to start it, pressed all the buttons, and it didn't kick into life. The little charger I was using, an optimizer, was saying there's a fault. So I got a little bit annoyed with it because it is the second battery this year, so I thought the bike's probably got a charging problem, but it turns out it doesn't. The problem was the oxidizer. It wasn't working properly. It wasn't charging the battery at all. It was just telling me what the battery life was like, as in non-existent. So what I did was invest in a new one. I bought an Optimate, put that on it, and within 12 hours we were up and running again. So I've now got an Optimate. So the oxidizer, Oxford one, that is now in the bin, and maybe that was the problem with the last battery and I didn't really need a new battery in the first place, but who knows. Anyway, I've got a new battery, we're all tip-top, we're all running. I've just given this bike a little tip-top service, gone over the brakes, the oil, chain maintenance and everything like that, because I think I'm going to be using this bike for the Wild Bad Weekender. I'm not 100% sure. That is coming up next weekend. It's out of this and the CL500. But we'll come back to that in a minute, why I'm going to use this bike. That is a beautifully clean old Land Rover Defender in front of me. A lot of money has been spent on that. Right, now onto that CRF250 Rally, the 250, and the problems I've been having with that. Now, those of you that follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, I don't know why you don't, go over there, it's official Mr. Fish. You know you want to, completely free. I don't ask for anything you see, you just click on a button, and you can choose to look at the pictures or not. You can make a comment, please make it nice. I do have a few negative ones, and yeah, they're not very nice for the ego, you see. And I do need a little pat on the back every now and again. But anyway, if you are over there, you'll know I had problems with the tubeless system before the ABR festival. I got the 250 prep for that. Took the rear wheel to my local shop to get a tyre fitted, and somehow they managed to wreck what we now know is the valve. The valve had torn off of the tubeless system. Now they're going to fix it, they're going to sort it out, so I've got no problem with that. The only problem I've got is there are no parts in stock at Tubeless at the moment. They're struggling to get the bit, so it's just sitting in the shop at the moment. As I said, they're going to fix it, so I've got no problem with that. Part of the reason it took so long was it took me 2 weeks to check before I put it on the bike, and I only checked 3 days before the ABR festival. So if I'd have checked it 2 weeks before that, we would have been 2 weeks more in advance of where we are now, and you never know, I might have had it fixed for the ABR festival. So I'm taking a little bit of blame for that, but that's the state of play with that. The 250 is completely off the road because it has no back wheel. It's in the shop, which is a shame because I missed the ABR festival on it, but it did force me into taking the CL500 to the ABR festival, and Dunlop kindly fitted me with the Trail Max Raids for that. So I did go around the adventure course on my CL500, and if you want to check that out, I did do a video, and that is up on this channel. Right, back with it. I was held up by a skip lorry. 2 miles of twisty roads behind a skip lorry. That's not too bad. He was giving it a good go, but it just wasn't happening. And plus he was hitting all the trees above, everything at the side, so I was just getting pelted with stuff. But he kindly got to a little clearing, pulled over and let me past. So back to the video, and we'll move on now to the CL500, or it's now known as the CL500. It's got a nickname, the Seal. Now it wasn't any of the nicknames that anyone suggested, but the way it came about was I was talking to someone. They said, what you riding? And I said to her, I'm riding an NX500 at the moment. I've got a CL500. And she went, a CL500? And I went, no, it's my Londonisms, I'm afraid. It's a CL500, but when I say it in London speakage, it comes out as CL500. So now it's called the Seal. So there you go, it's got a name. We got there in the end. Anyway, to the CL500, hashtag Seal. Oh, I thought the skip lorry was slow. Jeez Louise. Right, yeah, the CL500. What is wrong with that? Absolutely nothing. I bloody love that thing. That is one of my favourite bikes I think I've ever ridden. Don't know why, I don't know how it got under my skin, but it has, and I absolutely adore the thing. And now I've got the Dunlop Trail Max Raids on there. It looks the absolute dog's danglies. I love the look of it. And weirdly enough, I like the look of that exhaust as well. It sounds okay, but the best thing about that exhaust is when you put luggage on it, it doesn't melt it. The heat shield on it is so big, it's fantastic. You can ride it for about an hour, 2 hours, put your hand on that heat shield and it's still cool. So I love that. I know the bike gets a lot of hate, but I don't care. It's not your bike, and if you don't like it, you can shove it right up your backsides. Do you know what? I'm going to turn you off till we get rid of this van, because like the skip lorry, I want you guys just to look at the back of something slow and listen to me with Tourette's. Remember, this little thing has 8 brake horsepower. It should have no right catching anything on the road, but it does. Oh, I thought he was going to let me go. He wasn't. He wasn't. He was being mean. Always trust the bikers to let you go. Right, so moving on, that leaves us with only one bike, and that is the NX500 that I bought, I think at the beginning of May. I've only ridden about 1,000 miles. It's been in the shop 3 times. It's about to go in for its 4th time, and it's due to a little bloody sensor. It's got 2 CO2 sensors in the exhaust, which the old one I believe didn't have. So when you put an N can on, and it doesn't matter which N can, it seems any N can, because I've spoken to people right across the board, what it does, it sets off the engine management light on the dashboard, and it tells you there's a fault. There's not a fault, it just doesn't like you having an N can on it, which is bloody annoying, because it means if you've got the engine management light on already, then if something else happens, you will never know, because the engine light's on already. It's like the boy who cried wolf. So once that light comes on, I don't ride it. It sits in the garage, I book it in, they reset it, and it comes out again. Now, we've done a warranty claim, and it's going in, unfortunately, not until the 3rd of August. That's the first time we can fit it in. No, it wasn't the 3rd of August. It was meant to be the 2nd of August. I'm going to get it right in a minute. But I had to cancel because of work commitments. So therefore they couldn't fit me in then until, I think it's the 10th of August. So we're going to replace the sensor under warranty, but I get the feeling the same thing's going to happen because it's the same sensor. Now, there is a solution. You can get rid of the exhaust and put the standard one back in, but I don't want to do that because I don't like the look of it, I don't like the sound of it, and I bought the bike with everyone knowing, that's the dealer and everyone knowing, that I'm going to replace the end can because I want a little bit of a deeper sound and I want to make it a little bit lighter and I want to make it look a whole lot better. So that's the main reason. The baffle stays in, so it's not a noise thing. It just looks better, feels better, and just suits the bike better. And I bought the bike knowing I'm going to put it on. The sales guys sold me the bike knowing I'm going to put it on, but they didn't know because Honda haven't told them that this other little sensor is a right pain in the arse. So basically I've missed ABR with it. I'm going to miss Wild Bad Weekender with it. I've got a trip planned for the beginning of September and it looks like I'm going to miss that as well because I was going to buy a load of luggage for the NX500 and fit it out for this trip. It's about 10 days, but I have a feeling this new sensor is going to do the same thing, and if it does, then the solution is either put a bypass system in, which I'm not sure how that works with the warranty. If it invalidates the warranty, then I won't do that, and what I do is just set fire to the bloody thing. No, I won't. I'm only joking. What I do is I'll get rid of it because I bought the bike with a plan, and if that plan can't come to fruition, then what's the bloody point? Yeah, it's really starting to piss me off, this NX. I bought it to do lots of mileage on, bearing in mind about 250 miles a week is what I do, and I've done 1,000 in over 2 months. That's it. 600 of that was in the first couple of weeks just to run it in to get the service. So since the service and the first light has come on, I think I've only done about 600 miles as well. I know mathematically that adds up to 1,200, so it is about that. I was just saying around 1,000. Leave it, Carol Vorderman, leave it. So that's the problem with the NX. And the problem is as well, is I've paid for all the parts on it. It's got the bars for the spotlights, I put the heated grips on it. That's another thing, the heated grips, they seem to be draining the battery. Even when they're off, they drain the battery. It's got an energy saving system on it because they're Oxford Pro grips or whatever they are. So when you turn the engine off, they're meant to, after a while, stop taking a drain. But for some reason, they're still taking a drain. So twice I've had to bump start the NX, and I've put it down to those. It seems to be the grips are not shutting off as they should. As long as I turn it off manually, it's fine. But yeah, so I've paid for stuff with it. I've got extras on it, like the centre stand. I bought an SW Motec rear rack so I can fit my jivvy luggage. I was going to buy SW Motec side bits so I can fit my panniers and buy some new Krieger stuff, but I've got to hold off on the buying of stuff because if it can't be fixed and it invalidates the warranty, I probably will be getting rid of it, which is a shame because I bloody love the thing. I really do like the thing. I like the look of it. I like the fact that it does about 80 miles to the gallon, so I can get 250 to 300 miles out of a small tank. It's comfortable, it's got enough power, it's not going to break your arms out your sockets when you accelerate, but it does it. It's alright, it's okay, but it's bloody annoying, and it's starting to really piss me off. You might be able to tell. So that's the reason that's not going to go to the Wild Bad Weekender, which is a shame because I wanted to give it a shakedown for the trip I've got. Seeing as it's not even into the garage till 2 weeks after I get back, it's going to be an impossibility. So at the moment we're down to 2 bikes. We've got this, the C125 Beast, and Seal, the CL500. So it's not the end of the world. I'm still having a good time. Sun's out, got a smile on my face, still love biking. It's just a few things that are pissing me off at the moment to do with bikes, but it's not going to break my spirit. We're still going to enjoy the sunshine, we're still going to enjoy the summer, we're still going to enjoy our weekends, we're still going to enjoy the trip. By hook or by crook, we're going away in September. I just don't know what I'm going on. And on that note, I'm going to bid you farewell. Thank you very much for watching this one. Do appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to do all those things that you need to do. Also hit that notification bell so you guys can get the drop on these videos. I shall see you on the next one. You know I love you all. Stay safe. Fish out.
Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead, get gone. Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead and get gone.